This video looks at the discussion forum set up in MyCC. You can now make coursework assignments of discussion forum type, which means they can be graded directly within coursework. So I go into coursework here, and if I'm on week 1 or module 1, I can go in and add an assignment, and I now choose the format type of assignment. You give it a title. In this case, I like to do mine with a D1, D2, D3 so that I can keep track of them. That way someone later on can come back to me and say, hey, I didn't like my grade on the ILP discussion. Well, I know where to look. If they tell me I didn't like my grade on D1, I can review it. ILP uh, uh, format for submission. And the unit is the module it goes into. You can decide if it's required or extra credit or optional, how you're running it. In my case, I give them a grade for participation in the discussion forum. The various things to grade on are chosen here. If I didn't see it and I'm going to give them a grade for it, then I can click on the little green plus and add it. Then I come down here to post date. So I want them to post by Thursdays, that'd be the 5th. And I want them within 3 days to reply to each other's postings that way. I show it to them now. I could set it up to show it later on a specific date. I grade mine on the basis of 20 points. That way, if they lose a point, it's worth 5%. They get a 95 versus for 19 points. And then I come down and choose the topics. Now, these categories and topics need to be set up in the discussion forum for each question you're going to ask. But if you go in and create your topics ahead of time, you can pick them off a pick list here. So I'm going to choose that topic as ILP discussion. And then I go to step 2. Step 2 tells me how I want to see things. And I can allow them to post ahead of time. I can have open date when this opens up, and where I can allow them to. In my case, I like to require them to post their topic on the discussion. I'd like to have them do their posting before they could see the other students' work. That way, I know that they're thinking about it on their own. I look for one initial post of 100 words. So you get to choose that. And at least in my case, I want 2 replies. And I'm looking for at least a 50-word reply. You can't just say, hey, that sounds great to me, and have it count. And so under step 3, we have an area where we can put in information, both the description and discussion. So this is discuss the submission format. That's what I want them to write about. And if I go to the bottom down here, this is where I would say instructions, do an initial post and reply to 2 others. And if I like what that has, we go down to the bottom and save the assignment. Now, if I had an assignment where I had them uploading a file, I could actually have them add the file right here and then comment on each other's submissions. That's just different ways to do it. You can also take in this area here and add a video or web link and tell them to review a video or web link and comment on your discussion forum. So then we save that type. And once I've gotten that completed, I can see that I have a discussion here that is going to be due in this particular week. And what we want to do then is go and check and make sure what the student sees. So we come up to current view, and I want to change that to a student view. I click on change view, and I come down and I see that the student sees D1 ILP format for submission. Postings are due Thursday. Discussions are due by February 8th. Discuss the submission format for ILPs. Then when they click on that, they're given the instructions again to do an initial post and reply to 2 other students. And they're also given the ability to post directly. So they click on that, and they see add a post. Now, because I'm in emulation mode, I'm not an actual student, I can't post here, but the student would post there and hit submit. So when it comes time for you as a faculty member to go ahead and grade these things, you're going to be able to come into coursework, and you're going to see this post first topic. Let me go to coursework here a minute. And you can come directly into the discussion forum, and you'll see your students this way. Now, you can grade them. You can grade them as a partial, full credit, or no credit. If I go and open up Cheryl, for instance, I will see that Cheryl hasn't done a posting, and I can't see the post that she would have accomplished. But I could read her post, and at that point in time, I could award a grade for the work that she'd done. So I can basically do the discussion forum and set up the grading for the discussion forum all in one step. And that pretty much is an overview of that discussion format.